beauties. Oh, what a week I've had, eh? Oh, it's been so good. It's been lovely. It's been really nice. Slowing down, meeting friends, cooking nice food, going to the allotment. The weather's been beautiful and I've just been really trying to notice things and just stop and pause. And I hope you enjoy this video because it is all about slowing down, connecting back in, and like my good friend Kat, who you will see later on in the video, said to me, it's about being a human being and not a human doing. And I think for a long time I've been a human doing, and this week has just been lovely. So I hope you enjoy the video, and do let me know what you've been up to too, and if you've been slowing down. This beautiful swan family lives on the canal, and every year they mate and have these beautiful cygnets. Some years they have 8, some years they have 6, and they're such good parents. Mum or dad, I'm not sure which is which, stays at the front and the other one stays at the back. And they travel all up and down the canal. It's quite a long stretch, probably I'd say about 2 miles of canal where they move to. And we see them every year and it's such a joy, and the cygnets are getting much bigger now. But just to watch the gracefulness of them swimming down and what good parents they are, it's such a blessing. It's conker time, and that means collecting them to keep the spiders away. Just put them around your windows and your doors and the spiders won't come in. So I've decided, oh here we go again, I've decided to change my studio around because, not because I'm daft, well I am, but because it's nearly autumn, so that's a change in the seasons, but it is gone freezing, and where my desk currently is, it blocks off the radiator. So this is what I'm thinking, if I move things around and I kind of get prepared a little bit more for autumn and winter, then I won't be as cold. That's the idea. The trouble is there's lots of things to shift, because if you shift one thing you've got to shift loads of things. So I am currently, let me take you with me, I'm going to move my easel into that corner, and I'm going to move this desk out here, and that's where the radiator is. So I'm going to pull this desk forward. That's what I think I'm doing. We'll see what happens with it. It's one of the things where you know that when it's done it'll be brilliant, but doing it's like, oh really, have I really got to do that? Because there's just stuff everywhere. Anyway, wish me luck. So I always find moving things around in your space is a really good way of shifting the energy, and I always feel renewed and inspired when I've had a change around. And it's good to just look around and see, do I like it there? Does it need to move? Think of the practicalities as well of you sitting behind a desk. Is there enough room to move your chair around, or is it going to be awkward? And don't be afraid to keep moving things until you feel that it's comfy. It's also good not to sit with your back to a door, because that can make you feel uncomfortable without you even realising it. So this is a top tip for you. If you get a paintbrush, an old one that's still fluffy on the bristles, and sellotape it or masking tape it to a stick, it's a good way of being able to clean down the radiator. So in the radiator it's all really dusty. I mean, I should have videoed this before, but I've been cleaning it out, and because the winter's coming, I'll turn you around, it's easier, because the winter's coming, if you've got all pet hair and dust in your radiator, it doesn't put as much heat into your room. So I always poke all the top, get all the dust out, and then get a brush, a hand brush, you know what you sweep the floor with. I can't remember what it's called. Dustpan and brush, one of them, and do all underneath the radiator as well. And just be careful because it does get dusty, so have a window open and stuff, and then just hoover it, and it does make such a difference to when you put the heating on. So it feels much better. I've turned that table round, it was stuck out before, and then I've put the tables like this. Now, I know I said about the radiator with warm, but when I was thinking of putting the tables over there, my back would be to the window. See how dark it is in that corner compared to how light it is by the window, so that's why I've put them there. Then it means that my trolley can fit at the end of it, and also I've left a gap, so when I'm sat, there's a big gap so the heat can come out the radiator, but also when I'm sat, the heat will come under my legs, which is good. So so I've tidied things up and I have sorted them out. So I've got different stations again. Obviously I've not sorted out my laundry. I've got different stations again. So I've got all my art stuff here, then the tables for painting and making on. Then all of those boxes are scrapbooking stuff. All my scrapbooking stuff's in that cupboard. And then on here is my packing orders table, because I like to have a clean table for packing orders on. And then I've not done anything in this cupboard. It's the same. My computer's in that cupboard. But it does feel much better. I tried to type in on my typewriter, but I think the ink has gone funny, because look, when you hold it up, can you see that? You can see it through, like the keys are cut in the paper. It's actually quite pretty, but you can't actually really see the writing, only a little bit. So I don't know what's wrong with it. So instead I've been writing using my fountain pen, and I'm sticking them into the zines that I made last week. So these are going to be Muse journal prompts for writing. Excuse my very beetrooty fingers in this next clip where I show you my little Muse journal prompts. Because I've been cutting beetroot, my fingers look disgustingly dirty, like I've been in the mud, but it's just because the dye's gone into my thumbs. I actually changed the front cover because I didn't like it. I much prefer it with the stamped cover on. And I've stuck all the prompts in now, and I've also added highlights with Posca pens in gold and silver and just done some little decorations, and I'm really happy with it. Of course, it is Jigsaw season, so I went to the charity shops and had a look round, and the first jigsaw that I found was this beautiful Allotment one. What a great find this is. It's actually massive, a lot bigger than I thought, but it's really good fun, and I do a little bit each morning, and I've been doing a little bit each evening with Tom, and we're just really enjoying it. Hello you beauties, I have come to the allotment today to get the apples. That tree is full of them, and the other tree in front of me is full of them. All the sunflowers are nearly coming to the end, which is a little bit sad, and I'm going to dig up some, oh I went closer, I'm going to dig up some potatoes as well, so we can have them for tea, do a little bit of tidying up, and then I've got my friends Rachel and Kat coming on Sunday. Look at this shed. Depending on what the weather's doing, we might empty the shed to see what it's like inside. I mean, it all needs pulling down, but that's a job for another day. Look at my kale. Look at the size of that beauty. Ooh, it's massive. It's gone wild. Well, I didn't get too many spuds, a couple of real big ones and about 5 little ones, but that'll do because it's only for me and Tom for tea, so it was worth having a dig. Back from the allotment now, and got loads of stuff. I got a whole bag full of apples, some potatoes, some sage, some fennel, chives and kale, so lots of good things to make for dinner. I'm going to make some apple pies and I can't wait. They're going to be good. The spearmint on the allotment has grown wild. There's loads of it, so I've been hanging it up to dry and then popping it into jars, and I'll be giving this as gifts with other things that I've been foraging or growing for Christmas presents. And I really love this slowing down, this meaningful work, because you know that whatever you've grown and harvested and dried, then you'll be having this all winter too.
It's funny though, isn't it, when you start thinking. I feel like I should go out in the rain now. Where did they go?
So I'm back at the allotment today and it's a gorgeous day. Look at the blue sky. It's such a blessing from the rain we had yesterday, and I'm here with my 2 really good friends. Rachel's down there planting kale. There she is. And Kat's right over there. And she's trimming all the edges, so we've got quite a lot done and it's really nice. We're going to stop now for a cup of tea. So while we're here, I'm going to go and talk to Kat because she runs this wonderful business called Indigo Diversity Hub, and she's going to tell you all about it, because I know that some of my followers are neurodiverse like me, or neurodivergent, whatever the proper word is, and I think you'll get a lot from it.
Hi, yeah, so I'm Kat. I'm the founder of Indigo Diversity Hub, and a lot of what I do is working with neurodivergent people, and that might be through coaching, sometimes through mental health intervention, sometimes it's through diagnostic assessments, and I do that with full heart, hopefully help people to find clarity, understanding, and compassion for themselves and people in the family. Yeah, I think that's it really. But yeah, if you want to contact me, even for just some advice, you can contact me on info@indigodiversityhub.co.uk.
And I'll put Kat's link into the video description if you want to get in touch with her, but she's so lovely and so kind, and I know that you'll have a really good time if you get in touch with her. Look at all this now. So my friends Rachel and Kat came, you saw, didn't you, in the allotment. They've done all of this. They added all this yesterday. So it's getting there, isn't it? That's the picture of what it'll be like when it's all done. It's quite a big one. Because it's September, you want to pick your tomatoes by the end of the month, otherwise the frost will come and then it'll ruin them. So I've got these bush tomatoes that have done really well this year. It's the first time that I've grown them, and they've done really well, and they're Miss Moneypenny, that's the name of them. And you can see I've got some red ones still, which I'm going to pick, which is amazing. But I'm also going to pick the ones that are green and then take them in and put them next to the bananas, because the bananas have something in the skin which helps the tomatoes to ripen. So that's what we're up to today. Just got to be careful because there's lots of garden spiders at the moment that have built their lovely webs around the tomato bushes. So I don't really want to disturb them, but at the same time I want to get my lovely tomatoes in before they go funny. These little tiny ones I'm just going to leave on because they're too small yet, but the bigger ones I'm going to gather. Now I don't know if you can see this spider on his web. I don't think I'm going to have to move him. Oh dear, poor spider. He'll have to make another web. How can we, let's see if I can pull can I pull the bucket? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I can do that. There, I've not disturbed his web now. Just checking any that have dropped off already, that they've not been eaten. If they've just dropped off, see, look at this one. This one's been eaten, so we'll leave that one for the creatures to get. Sorry, spider. That's a nice one. So we've got quite a lot there, which is good. And as you can see, a lot of them are green, some of them are red, some of them are just turning. So I'll give these a wash and put them next to the bananas. It's also a really good time to start saving your seeds. So if you've got things like sweet peas, pea pods, anything like that. Yesterday at the allotment, my friend gathered in all of the lupin seeds. We got loads, which was amazing. But yeah, it's time to gather in any seeds and seed pods well, there's not many on that one, to harvest them ready for next year. This is such a good book. Tom got it me for my birthday as a special surprise. You can follow the guy, Jamie, on Instagram. His Instagram's called Nettles and Petals, just like the book. And he shares loads of really good content and videos. So I've got some delicious beetroot in here and potatoes, and in here are also chives and some fennel from the allotment. So the potatoes, fennel and chives are from our allotment, but our beetroots are not big enough yet, so I've had to get these from the market, which was a little bit annoying, but anyway. So I've put olive oil all over these and I'm going to roast them in the oven. Oh, and I've put a bit of salt and pepper in too. But I'm really looking forward to them. I realised that I'd not put the fennel in when I recorded that last bit. So I've got a bronze fennel and the green fennel, and that's in there. And I'm also going to put some garlic in. Now, if you've got any garlic that's sprouting like this, September, this is in England, September is the perfect time to plant your garlic so it's ready for next spring. I think it's next spring. I read it in the book yesterday. So any that's sprouting like this, I'm going to keep, and then I'm going to put some other cloves of garlic in there to go with it. And unfortunately, because I was so hungry because the food smelled so good, I ate it. I forgot to video to show you how delicious the roasty veg was. I ate it. There's just an empty pan. I can show you the empty pan. Gone. But it was lovely, and I made some stuffing to go with it as well, and some gravy. One of the best things that I've ever bought in all my life is this bread maker. We got it about 14 years ago, and it is still going strong, and that's a lot to be said for equipment these days. It is a Panasonic SD255. You can get them on eBay sometimes, because my friend got one the other week, and they are brilliant. And basically all you do is pop your stuff into the bread pan, which I'll show you in a minute, put it in here, 2 hours, gorgeous loaf of bread. You can also do fruit bread in it, which is lovely, which I might be making today if I can't find a recipe for apple and ginger cake, because that's what I'm going to look for in a minute. I'm just going to pop you down because I realise my hand's quite whoop. Professional, aren't I? It's because I've been chopping loads of veg and my arm's all shaky, and then I realised, I was like, oh, I think it's shaking. So yeah, you can make fruit bread in it, but I'm going to look for a recipe for apple and ginger cake. If I can't find a good one, I'll be making a fruit bread. If not, I'll be making a plain bread. So I really love this flour, and this is not a sponsored post. None of my things are sponsored. But I tell you what, companies, if you'd like to sponsor me, I'm open and here. Hi. But this is Wessex Mill. They do self-raising flour, they do wholemeal bread flour, they do all sorts of different flours. I used to really love, oh, it was so nice, it was this organic flour mill, and I used to get their flour, and then it got sold, and it was lovely. And I looked online at it, and it was pink, it was painted pink outside, and I was like, oh, I'd love that. I couldn't mill flour, but I just wanted it. I was like, oh, it's so nice. So I don't know if the new people are going to carry on milling the organic flour. I'm watching this space to see if they do. So this is really nice flour, and I get it from the local garden centre. Weirdly, in the garden centre they've got like a section with food in, and they've got all like nice food in. So all I need is yeast, flour, butter, water, a little pinch of salt, and a little bit of sugar, and I use brown sugar or coconut sugar depending on what I've got. And I know you can make your own bread, and you can knead it, and you can put it in the oven, and it comes out nice. Not me, mine comes out like a brick. I can make cakes, I can make dinners, I can make puddings, I can make all things, not bread. I just can't do it. No matter how many times I've tried in the oven, I just can't do it. It comes out like a dry brick and it's just awful. So at least with my bread maker, it's guaranteed to be a really nice loaf of bread. And not only that, I can pop it on in the morning, go and do what I'm doing, my chores or like my art or you know, whatever. And then by lunchtime, I've got a lovely piece of bread. Good, so I'm going to make some bread now. So I put in 1.5 teaspoons of yeast. And then we want 550 grams of flour. So normally when you buy a bread maker, a book comes with it, and this is you know how I know how to do all the recipes. But sometimes if you're buying it off eBay and it's second hand, you might not have a book. But I bet you could get one online maybe. But I make this bread that often that I just know the recipe off by heart now. So in the book it doesn't tell you to do this, but I always mix flours. Normally I add plain flour as well, but I don't have any today. So I'm going to do like I've done, let's make that an even number, otherwise it'd be weird. Oh no, it's gone over now. Oh, there it is. No, it's gone over. It's like that at the petrol pump, you've got to get it in an exact number, it's weird. So I've added 420 grams of wholemeal bread flour, and then I'm going to top it up with self-raising flour. Now, like I say, normally I'd use plain flour and then just add about 50 grams of self-raising, but I don't have any today. So I'm just going to add that in. Oh, 1 over, so let's take some off. Yep, there it is. Perfecto. And then into this goes some brown sugar. So I put in like a heaped teaspoon of brown sugar. Oh, I'm making a fruit loaf, aren't I? I've just realised I'm not making a plain bread, I'm making a fruit loaf. So for fruit loaf, I'm going to put in 3 heaped spoons of brown sugar, just to give it that extra sweetness. And then I need a pinch of salt in there, which is behind the camera, so I'll get that in a minute. And then I scoop out a big spoonful of butter. So I'm using Flora because it's vegan. You can use whatever butter you like, so I don't even know how much that weighed. I just do it by eye. Obviously, if if you're doing this for the first time, you probably want to find a proper recipe online. Don't just follow what I'm doing, because I do a lot of things just by eye. Now, I'm not recommending Flora or not. I like it, it's good in baking. But again, it's not a sponsored post. So, and there's other butters out there that are just as good, but that's the one that I found. And then in there goes some water. So it's 360 mil of water. I was going to say grams then. Yeah, 360 mil of water. So what I'm going to do is, because it's a fruit loaf, I'm doing 300 of water, and then I'm going to do 60 of plant milk. So today I've got oat milk. Yeah, today I've got oat milk. It could be almond milk, it could be any milk that you want. Again, because I'm vegan, I don't have cow milk, so that's 60 grams of milk. The other thing you can use in this, which is really nice, is orange juice. I've done that before now, and that's really lovely. So a pinch of salt. A little word on salt, I don't know if you know this, but you should always use, oh, that's a bit more than a pinch. Let's chuck that over my shoulder. So you know the ordinary table salt that you get from the shop, it actually slices your veins, and then cholesterol sits in those little bits of nicks in your veins, and that's when you get fatty arteries and things. So I never use table salt. So it's always sea salt or rock salt we like to use. And then in here, I'm going to put in some sultanas. Now, have I got some in a jar? I do. Right in behind here. So I've got, oh, come on, birdie. So in here, I'm going to put some sultanas. Again, I'm just eyeballing it. I eyeball everything. And you can also put, I might as well use them then. You can also put in here orange peel. I don't have any orange peel at the minute. Or lemon peel's quite nice as well. Oh, need to fill up my sultanas. And I'm also going to put in here some spices. Now, it's up to you what spices you use. I'm going to pop in some cinnamon. Isn't cinnamon lovely for autumn? So it's the first day of autumn today. And it's got me all sorts of like, oh, cooking and all that kind of stuff. And I've got ground mixed spice. That smells like Christmas. So I'm going to eyeball a bit of that in there as well. Probably about a teaspoon of each. And I am also going to chop up, because I've got lots of ginger. So I'm going to chop up some ginger and probably about like a thumb's worth of ginger I'm going to put in there as well to make it extra good. Then it just goes in the bread maker. So there's my ginger. I'm just going to sprinkle that in. And I don't normally mix the mix at all. I'm not going to mix it, but I'm just going to move the sultanas off the top of the butter just so they're not stuck to it. Now on the bread machine there is actually a little bit where you put your sultanas in. I'll show you. So on this bread maker there's actually a sultana bit in here, so you lift it up and you put your sultanas in there, but it's gone all funny because it's so old. It's all like gone a bit burnt, so I don't bother doing that. So now that it's ready, I just lift this up, pop this in, and now we set it on. It didn't actually need to go through all them peeping to find the one. It's because I knew I was on camera and I was like, oh, I can't remember which one it is. Normally I go and it's done. And this happened one time. My friend came to try the bread maker and made some bread, and I was saying to her, oh, it's really easy, you just press these things. And then I was going, oh, I can't remember what to press. And it's almost like the pressure the pressure of somebody watching makes me panic, and then I don't know what I'm pressing. So basically it's really just 3 presses to pick the size, to pick the bake cycle. So I do a rapid one, and then what's the other one? Oh, crust, whether you want a light or dark crust. So that's all you have to choose really. Oh, the bread's so good. It smells lovely. I've just buttered myself a piece. It's actually still quite warm. Oh, it's been a great week. It's been a fantastic week for food and friends and just really slowing down and living simply. It's just been so lovely, and I just feel so grateful and blessed to be able to live this life. So I would love to hear what you've been picking. Are you growing anything? Have you been harvesting? Have you been foraging? What have you been making? Any nice cakes or pies or crumbles? Tell me all about it in the comments. Until next time, see you later.